Welcome back, everybody. This is Patrick Coyne with Contrast Studios Live. As you can hear, there's a little construction going on right now. We are doing our best to open up an incredible facility to Cincinnati. Even more exciting than that, I couldn't be happier. I'm with Amy from Sunlighten Saunas. All our saunas are Sunlighten, so we couldn't be happier to have you on our show today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name's Amy. I work for Sunlighten Infrared Saunas, and I'm in their business development division. I work specifically with professional athletes and fitness verticals, and that's how I met Patrick. So we kind of work together in that sense. And Sunlighten has a home to Cincinnati, which I found out this morning, actually. Our owners worked for Procter & Gamble in the late 90s, and her brother was really, really sick. Connie, Zach's brother, was really, really sick with something. He went to all the traditional doctors, and they could not figure out anything. So he went to his dentist, and he said, you know what, I think you may have toxicity from the metal fillings. So he went to Asia and started testing out infrared, and he came back and felt fantastic. So all of a sudden, Connie and Aaron, who've been working at Procter & Gamble, decided that the power of infrared could really change lives. And here they were working in pharma on the big pharma side, and they decided to step it back and really go into the holistic approach to making people feel better so they can do more fully. So
I love that they created a company out of an individual need for themselves. I think that's the most powerful thing, is when someone actually creates something that benefits themselves and outreaches it to every community possible. So that's an incredible story.
Well, it's always one that's so authentic and so fantastic to tell, and the fact it has the local connection is also awesome.
Absolutely. So how did you get into working with Sunlighten? Tell me a little bit about yourself. What background do you have?
So I come from the fitness industry. I taught fitness classes for 12 years, and then COVID hit.
Okay.
And so I live in Kansas City. That is where the headquarters are. And so I started training some of my clients in my basement, and I bought a Sunlighten because I wanted to keep my family and my clients healthy. Fortunately, I live in Kansas City, so it was much easier to get. So I got one, and I started using it over and over again, and so did my clients. And we all didn't get sick, and we really started to feel great. I have a 15-year-old son who plays, competitive soccer and swim. He also uses it. So all of a sudden, I started becoming part of our daily ritual. And I went to Sunlighten to do a photo shoot for them for one of their solo beds. And I just loved the atmosphere in the community. And so I was asked to be part of their new business development division and use my experience in the fitness industry with selling Sunlightens to businesses like yours.
Incredible. You've done a great job. The company's been a great experience. We couldn't be happy about our partnership.
Fantastic.
So a big question that we get a lot of is, like, I have a hot rock sauna in my house. I'm kind of upset about that now because now I only want to use the infrared. So what is the difference between a traditional sauna and an infrared sauna?
For sure. I get asked all the time because everyone's like, if it's a sauna, it has to be hot. So what a hot rock sauna or traditional sauna is it's heating the air around you. So yes, it may be hot, and yes, you will sweat. Every sweat is a good sweat, but it's literally the air around you. So it's a water sweat. What happens when you're in a Sunlighten? Every single time. Sunlighten, everything from our heaters to our construction, all of it is patented. No one else can do what we do, but every time you're sitting in a Sunlighten infrared sauna, your core body temperature elevates by 3 degrees. What's happening is your body is going into a false fever or hypothermic state, so it thinks you're sick. So it's getting out the toxins, and anything in your body feels as if it's not doing good. It's also where detoxification occurs, heart health, muscle recovery, skin health. All of those things are incorporated in a 30 to 40 minute session within a Sunlighten sauna.
So it's kind of hard to say that everyone in the world could benefit from a Sunlighten sauna.
Absolutely. The only people that cannot benefit from a Sunlighten from age 5 to 105 are people that are pregnant, and that's because of the patented infrared quality and quantity of the infrared would be harmful to the baby.
That's amazing. Well, I'm glad you guys put a lot of thought behind it. We can really tell.
Yeah. Well, as a team member and someone that wants to be an advocate for Sunlighten, we really want to be knowledgeable enough that we can answer the questions as business owners that have put trust in us as a concept of if you don't have us, it's half your business. So we want to make sure that we take care of you guys as much as you guys give us props.
Well, I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Another big question we get is, what is chromotherapy? Each one of our private rooms, we have 6 private rooms, as you know. Each one of those comes with chromotherapy in each room. What is that? There's a lot of questions around that.
Yeah, chromotherapy is mood lighting. Okay. It has no scientific data to say that green creates this effect. However, seasonal depression is real. And chromotherapy lighting, different colored lighting, has proven to cure people of that. So there's no scientific data, but a lot of times the way the lighting is in the sauna when you're experiencing your sauna session, it's personal. And you want to feel cool, you want to feel rejuvenated. Maybe you turn on the blue. You're feeling energized, maybe you want the green. And so you want to chill out, you get the red. So there is a chart that lists every single color that's going to give you that mood effect. So again, it is creating a sense of ambiance in addition to mentally changing your mindset to where you really want to be.
I love how you can make it individual too, because it goes hand in hand with our private rooms, how each room you can make it individually to you. So I'm glad you guys have put a lot of thought behind that. I like the blue as well. I'm very juiced up all the time. It does bring me back down, and I can tell a big difference with that.
Excellent.
So at Contrast, we believe in facts, not fiction.
Okay.
So what are some of the validated scientific reasoning and benefits behind actually using a sauna? What are, like, say you have 5 benefits that you really want to maximize, or even 3. What would those be?
Well, I'm going to go back a little bit just real quick.
Okay.
Every single thing that we do, as I said, is patented. But Sunlighten is the only sauna company that has clinical third-party tests to back up everything that we say.
Wow.
So that's really, really important. And that's the reason, we are able to claim that if you're sitting in a Sunlighten for 30 minutes, your muscle recovery rates are up to 160%, and your range of motion increases by 3 times. That was an Auburn University study. Blood pressure, heart health, detoxification. We have another, UMKC did a double-blind placebo test to prove that over 6 weeks, 3 times a week, blood pressure lowers. Heart health, we're the only sauna company that is endorsed by the American Heart Association.
Wow.
Because we have those proven facts. My little, claim to fame is I was able to give Damar Hamlin a Sunlighten for his recovery protocol. So that was my, my feather in my cap. I got to talk to him. He sent me a text and with a little heart like this, and I was like, showing all my friends. It's like, Amy, this is Damar Hamlin, but I know I'm in Cincinnati and not New York, so.
It's okay. No, the Cincinnati effect, we had an amazing experience with actually having our Cincinnati back-end staff, the medical team, did play a huge role in his recovery. So I think that there is a lot of synergy there still, yeah.
Well, so I would say detoxification, heart health, those go together. Those are with the far infrared specifically. Okay. Muscle recovery is with the mid infrared, and then the near infrared is for skin. Okay. So skin elasticity, collagen production, scarring, overall skin health. So those are kind of the 3 avenues and 3 areas in which Sunlighten really hones in on to deliver those health benefits.
So you use it for your own skin?
I do.
So you've seen a big drastic difference in your skin over the past, say, 3 years since 2020 that you started using it?
Well, and it has the near infrared. So there's times if I'm going somewhere, so I'm going to be putting my face a little closer to it than I'm not. So, but just overall health and step, pep in your step and just feeling like the junk's out of you.
Great.
And ironically, I did not get COVID until I started working at Sunlighten because I had to train with all these other people, and all of a sudden I was, and I wasn't using my sauna regularly. So the minute I got there, I was in there every day for the next 4 days, and I've yet to get it again.
Wow. So there's a lot of immune system benefits as well.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So from Damar Hamlin to me and you using the sauna, what are the age differences? When can you start, and when is the age becoming a factor towards the end of someone's life? Can they still use that, say a 3-year-old and a hypothetically 100-year-old?
Right. We recommend for 25 to 75, somewhere in between. Starting off, everything is just like when you go on a run. You don't go run a 7-mile run the first time you do it. Yep. So we, with everyone from around 25 to 75, we say start around 20, 25 minutes, and then just work your way up. You can sauna more than once a day. The reason we don't recommend it sometimes is people don't hydrate well enough. Exactly, yeah. But it's not something that's bad for them. But the infrared, again, is so pure that what we do as far as timing is after 5, it's a minute for each age you are. So 10 minutes, and then if you are, 5, it's 15, 16, 17, 18, and just moving on. And, it's based upon how they feel as well. And just a little bit of infrared can go a long way. So it's just like a walk across the street is better than driving. So we ask, if anyone, just start and do what's comfortable for you, and the benefits will come.
Everyone can use it.
Yep.
I love that.
So
with all of the scientific claims, with all the third-party testing, you guys are known as the only full or true infrared sauna on the market. Can you explain a little bit about what that means?
Well, there's I think 700 different infrared companies, and some of them are, I mean, most of them are recreational. Some even have in their name that they're medical. But what separates Sunlighten is we, again, are the only clinically tested third-party advocated saunas. In addition to everything is patented. No one can make what we make. They can't have our heaters, they can't have our construction. As you know, it's patented MagnaSeal technology that comes together, and so all of that is stuff that separates us from the rest. And you know, we're authentic. We're a family company that really, you know, I'm here from Kansas City because I'm your account manager. Yeah. You know, we really want to be a family, and we want to make people feel good, and that's what our company was founded on, and so we hope to keep spreading that all over.
I mean, if anyone's watching that is interested in the Sunlighten, I can say from firsthand experience, it's been amazing. The response time, the attention to detail has been very, very good for us, so we appreciate it. It's been a hectic time getting this open, so you've been a really, really, really big light in this situation.
Well, great, awesome. And you can call me if you want one.
So like we have everyone from, like you said, we have young athletes coming in to get out of inflammation. We have patients who want to worry about their blood pressure and their cardiovascular health. Is there a starting protocol? I think you've already touched on it a little bit about starting with your age. Is that the protocol you would say when someone starts in the sauna? Typically
at any age, you really want to start, you know, around 15 to 20 minutes, and just kind of gauge how they feel. You know, ask a lot of questions. You know, how was your experience? How did that feel for you? Did you feel like you were too hot? And you and I discussed, I said, my mom gets her hair done every week and she does not want to sweat, but she also has tennis elbow and arthritis. Yep. So she goes and sits in there at 110. 110 in Cincinnati summer is awful, just like Kansas City. But it's 110 in a Sunlighten sauna is like taking a towel out of the dryer and wrapping it around you. So it's a very nurturing heat. So it's another reason it can be enjoyed by so many ages. And so 110, and then you just go up from there. So all the health benefits start the minute that thing goes on. So it doesn't have to be 165 for you to get the benefits. So the minute, especially the near infrared is absorbed better the cooler the temperature. So as it increases in temperature, you can continue to get the health benefits. But a lot of times the reason the heat is such a thing is because everyone wants to get their best bang for their buck, is what they say. I want to sweat it out, and then in your case, get in the cold plunge. And so it's just important to know that hot does not mean better. And that's what we're trying to educate everyone on. And that's part of the reason I work with fitness and everything else, because that mentality has always been, because they're usually in gyms or fitness facilities or training facilities, and that's what they know. So it's a big piece, and it's very, very helpful people like you that are incorporating it in within your training protocol to be able to educate that group of people about the powers of infrared.
So if someone's uncomfortable in our sauna and they want to turn it all the way down to say 85, 90 degrees, they're still getting benefits from
Absolutely.
it. I love that.
Yep.
It's big.
It is huge.
So we're still getting benefits, even if you're uncomfortable. You can crank that sauna down a little bit and you'll still be very, very, very comfortable. So the last question I have, I think it's the most important one. Is there anything else? We love our family at Contrast Studios. You're now a part of this family. Is there anything you would want to tell people either about this facility or about the infrared Sunlighten saunas in general before we end this podcast?
No, I would just say, as a member in the community, I have been welcomed with open arms. Patrick and I have worked for probably 9 months together, and I saw his vision, and I really think him and his team put together something that's absolutely fantastic for this area. And believe me, I would love to run with it and take it to Kansas City, and hopefully at some point we'll get there.
We'll get there someday.
But again, I think the concept is amazing. You guys have done a fantastic job here. The aesthetics look great, and it looks like you're gonna have a great time tonight.
Thank you so much. Appreciate every single person that's watched this video. Thank you to the amazing team at Contrast Studios and everyone who's been following along. Stay tuned for the next episode.